My name is Elizabeth Van Rees, it's also Yomhovi, which is Tewa for willow flower. Well, Native faiths are very different. There are a lot of big similarities about some of our very foundational beliefs. Though we have a creator, that we recognize that creator is in everything. Part of our religion is coming together and praying together. And so on our religious days, which are we call them feast days, we come together in our kiva, which is like our church, and we learn to dance. And then, the line, they go from the oldest man until you have kids who are, just learning to walk, who are at the end of the line. In that time, our movements together as a community, as we think and pray for each other and for everyone that we know and love, is, also an expression of our Creator.
Do you think people know what your religion is?
No. I don't know how to better, articulate it than just no. My friends, who are also Native, they were at a party one time. This guy's really drunk, comes up, probably trying to hit on them. He says, "Hey, so what are you guys?" Then they're like, "Oh, well, we're Native American," and he's like, "Oh, that's cool." Mm-hmm. And then he's like, "Well, do you think that rocks have souls?" And they were like, "No. Do you think rocks have souls?" And he's like, "No, of course not." And so it's that kind of question that rocks having souls. Mm-hmm. That, that's what people think we are, is that we are, like Pocahontas movies where I can talk to animals and, trees move, but mm-hmm. they don't. We live in a real world just like everybody else. We're not generally, I think, respected as a legitimate faith. We're, because of the way that, pop culture has kind of taken things that our beliefs and turned them into something that's profitable through Hollywood movies, and people don't even know when they're doing that. Mm-hmm. There are lots of Indian mascots, and, it's not just because they're stereotyping my culture, it's because, for me, dancing is prayer. And when you send, a white frat boy in war paint out to dance on a football stadium, it's not okay because it offends who, what people think of me as a person, but also what's something that's very close to my heart as a religious practice, and it makes it, entertainment and funny. It's not.